Hi guys, it's CV Tomlinson, and I'm sorry for the background noise. A neighbor decided now would be a good time to mow his lawn, so if you hear some humming, that's what it is. But I decided to come on here today and talk about something that is not as taboo of a subject as it used to be in the writing community, but is still somewhat looked down upon, which I find a little odd, and that's fan fiction. Now, before we get into that, I'm going to tell you a little story, and bear with me, this does have a point. So, once upon a time, there was this boy, and one day his mother brought him to the playground and he started playing tag with the other little boys and girls. And through playing tag, he found out he was really good at running. So when he got to high school, he decided to join his high school's track team and he got even better at running. So good, in fact, that he got a college scholarship for running track. And even in college, he was really good, like better than most of the other kids, so much so that he ended up graduating and taking on a professional career in track. He even ended up going to the Olympics, and now he's retired happily at a young age, but he still enjoys running from time to time. Not in a competitive way, so to speak, but, well, similar to the way he used to run as a kid, just running around with his friends like he's on the playground again. Now you're probably thinking, CV, what does that have to do with writing? Well, let me ask you, where did this champion runner start his career? It wasn't at the Olympics, it wasn't pro, it wasn't college or high school, it was on the playground. Fan fiction is essentially a writer's playground. When you write fan fiction, there are no real rules you have to stick to. You're basically just playing in a ready made sandbox with characters that have already been created for you and worlds that have already been set up. You're not trying to impress anyone, you're not trying to win any awards or make any money, you're just having fun. Just like kids on the playground are just having fun. They're not playing by any rules. They're not winning any trophies or gaining any scholarships. They're just having fun. This is what fanfiction is for a writer. Now, some fanfiction writers will go on to become professional writers and may even make bank at writing. That's okay. Some writers may want to try a career at writing original stories and try to get out of fan fiction, but realizing that they don't really like that and just go back to fan fiction. That's okay. Some writers, no matter how talented they are, never leave fan fiction. They're happy to just play in their little ready-made sandbox and they don't want a career in writing. And that's okay too. See, there is this idea that somehow fan fiction is an invalid form of writing, which I find kinda dumb. Yeah, you're not gonna make any money off fan fiction, but as long as you're not hurting anyone, what's the problem? Now, obviously, there's always gonna be those writers that scare us. There's always that one kid on the playground that's burning ants with a magnifying glass or ripping wings off bumblebees and all other kinds of twisted stuff. There are always going to be those people, but you know what? There are imbeciles in every community. So why do we get onto writers for their imbeciles and not everyone else? I don't get it. I don't get it. Um so yeah, fan fiction is basically a writer's playground. Moving on up, when you get into original writing for free, so this would be your Wattpad writers and your other writers who are just posting their stories online for free just to see what happens. Those are kind of like your high school athletes. They graduated from the playground. They are starting to play by the rules a little bit, but they're not getting any money. They're just getting their feet wet, trying to get their foot in the door. Some people will go beyond this. Some people just stay stuck, posting their art online for free, and they never go beyond that. And you know what? That's okay. That is okay. It does not make you any less of a writer. But some people will graduate beyond that and will actually start making money off their writing. Similar to how some kids go from the playground playing high school sports to getting scholarships and playing college sports. And some will have a career in that sport after that, and some will just stop playing that sport after college. And again, that's okay. And then you have some who actually make bank. They're pros at writing, they're pros at their sport, and they make a lot of money, which is great for them. But then they retire, or maybe they just get burned out and they want to go back to the sandbox. They want to go back to fan fiction and remind themselves why they fell in love with writing to begin with. And again, that's okay. And I guess this is really the heart of what I want to say. Just because you may have graduated beyond the playground doesn't mean you can't go back to the playground. You can go back and just play around and have fun again if you need to. I don't know. I just something I felt like I needed to say. I'm sorry, this wasn't scripted, just kind of my ramblings. So, hopefully that spoke to someone though.